And
hello, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Night Locker Room and our continuing coverage of local high school sports tonight, brought to you by Health First, Eastern Florida State College, All Points, Goodson Paving, Renegade Underground Utilities, Auto Expo 95, and as always, Erdman Automotive. Zach Clark, Orville Susong here at the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily TV. Coming to you live from McClarty Stadium, Chuckwood Field. Tonight, the Rockledge Raiders hosting the New Smyrna Beach Barracudas. The Rockledge Raiders will kick off. New Smyrna will receive tonight. That's how we'll start the game. We'll put 12 minutes on the clock. And Zach, welcome to a big game tonight for the Rockledge Raiders and the Barracudas.
big game tonight, and a familiar face on the opposing sideline here tonight. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, but a great matchup here tonight. Beautiful night here for high school football here in week 9 of the high school football season. We only got one more week left of the regular season. Pretty hard to believe that we're already to the end of high school football season, but we are here, and this is going to be quite a matchup here today as the 6-2 Barracudas come in and do Rockledge to take on the Rockledge Raiders, who are 3-5.
Rockledge 3-5, but they are playing for a district championship tonight. The Raiders will kick off, and the Barracudas will down it at the 28-yard line. Doing the honors right off the bat will be Elijah Bailey, and we'll see the Barracudas first and 10, 12 minutes on the clock, 2 seconds for that kickoff, and we'll be ready to go here in just a second. Like I said, big night tonight for both teams. 6-2 the Barracudas, 3-5 the Rockledge Raiders, but in the district, the Rockledge Raiders 3-0. The only 3 games they've won have been district games. And the Barracudas also 3-0 in the district. Quarterback from the shotgun, handoff to the first man through. Now he trying to get around to the outside. He does, and he'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. Now they'll mark it at 4 to be second down and 6.
Rockledge Raiders coming in with a big win last week against Pine Ridge, 41-24, and a good win there right before they we called the Mandarin game a couple weeks ago at Rockledge fell 38-10, but the Raiders got a good win last week, feeling a little bit of momentum here and hoping that they can be able to continue that momentum here and tonight.
Jace Payne, the quarterback for the Barracudas from the shotgun position, one running back, keeps it, looking for a little running room, gets up the middle, gets a nice block from the center. He'll pick up about 2 yards, and it'll be third down and about a yard for a first down for the Barracudas. Nope, they're going to give it to him, so he'll pick up enough for a first down, the first down of the ball game, and it belongs to New Smyrna.
Much as is the case with most games in Orville, it's going to be very important for the Rockledge Raiders to get started off with a good start here and being able to give their offense a pretty good field position in a game that we anticipate could come down to the wire here tonight, and a close game between these two teams. Field position could be a real big part of this game.
So here we go, handoff again around the outside. He gets a nice block all the way up to the 50-yard line, and that'll be the second first down of the drive for the Barracudas, and they'll spot the ball right at the 50-yard line.
Winning those early downs here for Rockledge will also be very important for them to be able to give their defense a chance to be able to utilize the great speed that they have for their pass rushers on the outside. Being able to get them to third and long, or at least a little bit of third and distance, will help Rockledge in trying to turn away the Barracudas here tonight. But at 3 big plays here early on, they're already at midfield.
Todd Cutler, the running back behind Payne. Payne operating out of the shotgun. One receiver wide right. Payne gets the ball, tries to get to the outside, cuts back in, knocked down by the Rockledge Raiders, Xavier Floyd. And that'd be a pickup of about 4.5, 5 yards. Be second down and long for the Barracudas.
First drive of this game, Rockledge playing a 3-4 defense at the moment, and you can kind of see the Barracudas they can go no huddle and they can move with tempo from time to time, but they can also slow it down from time to time as well, as head coach John Wilkinson is well accustomed to.
Cutler fake to him. Quarterback keeps straight up the middle, gets to the 40. That should be enough for another first down. 3 plays, 3 first downs for the Barracudas as they will move the chains. We'll take a look at the State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 9:02 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Barracudas driving on the Rockledge Raiders. Rockledge Raiders, one of the big things they'll have to do tonight is stop number 4. That's Cutler. He's the big running back for them. 15 carries. 152 carries for 1,121 yards. He gets the ball just about every other time, and he does a pretty good job. That time he only gets a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Barracudas.
And Payne, their quarterback, a sophomore quarterback, isn't their main quarterback that they've had for the whole entire year. Their senior quarterback, who Cole Engler, has also appeared in 7 games. He is the one that has mostly passed the ball, but Payne, a sophomore quarterback, getting an early start here to this game.
And he'll hand it to Cutler. Cutler will fall, but he didn't touch the ground. Oh, he did. They're going to stop him behind the 40. So he actually lost a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 11.
We're going to be calling Todd Cutler's name quite a bit here tonight. The 5'8", 180-pound sophomore running back is a special one. He has over 1,000 yards on the season this year. We'll be calling his name quite a bit here tonight. As you mentioned, he has also 12 touchdowns and has 6 games this year with over 100 yards.
Yeah, he's the one that makes his team click. They won't throw the ball a lot. Now, the first time I say that, they get ready to throw it. The Raiders giving the quarterback a hard time. He gets out of it all the way down to the 35-yard line. He'll pick up about 7. It's going to be 4th down and about 6 for the we got a flag laying at the 44-yard line.
That was right where the tackle was made. Probably going to have some unnecessary roughness on Rockledge, unfortunately for the Raiders. It's right where the tackle happened. Yep. And they're going to say it's unnecessary roughness, targeting to the head.
So that'll help them, and that'll give them another first down. That'll be the 4th first down of this drive. The Barracudas started with the ball on the kickoff, and they've went from the 35-yard line all the way down to the 20-yard line, just outside the 20-yard line. Cutler, the running back, in the backfield, Payne, the quarterback, operating out of the shotgun. One receiver on the left, man in motion going to the far side. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeps it, gets a block at the end, down to the 15, 10, still on his feet. Inside the 10-yard line, Payne takes it down to the 8. That'll be another first down for the Barracudas. Nice drive by the Barracudas. That's their 5th first down of this drive. Now it'll be 1st and goal for the Barracudas.
Timeout. This is still the first drive of this game, and it is a water break already. So a really time-consuming drive. 6:24 to go here in the first quarter. This is how I envision a John Wilkinson coach team to be able to operate.
Well, you know, when John Wilkinson was in Brevard County, if he threw the ball 25 times in a year, it was totally unheard of.
Right.
Cocoa was a running team. They built everything around their quarterback to hand off the ball and get out of the way.
Yeah.
Very seldom threw the ball. If they did, it was something coming out of the backfield to a running back or a tight end coming across the middle. Very seldom did they go deep. Except when Wayne Younger was there. Wayne Younger with a rocket for an arm. They played a little different ball, but John Wilkinson was a guy that liked to play smash mouth football, and as you can see, he still likes to play smash that game I just said.
Yeah, smash mouth football.
Smash mouth football. He likes to play it. He's got some big horses up front. He's got a great running back in Cutler. So, and Payne runs the ball well, too. Payne doesn't throw a lot, but he does run it. So we'll see who gets the ball now. And Payne will keep it straight up the middle, knocked down inside the 10, about the 8-yard line. Maybe a gain of a yard on a play to be 2nd and goal for the Barracudas. Defensively for the Raiders, who they're going to look at to stop this is going to be both of the Floyd boys, Elijah and Xavier Floyd, and then LaVore and Tyler. They're the 4 guys that have to stop this run. They're the ones that have been leading Rockledge defensively. They're the ones that stop the run. So it's big time for them to stop the run right here. It's going to be 2nd down and goal for the Barracudas. Again, Payne will keep the ball knocked down again at the line of scrimmage. This time knocked down by Harvey, Dontavius Harvey with the nice tackle there as he tried to get to the outside. It'll be 3rd down and goal for the Barracuda.
Good little stand here for the Rockledge Raiders. Kind of a bend, don't break. And they hope that they don't break them right here and being able to maybe make a New Smyrna Beach settle for a field goal if they can get a stop right here. That'd be big for this Rockledge defense.
Well, Pat Luss knows his defense has a big job tonight trying to stop Cutler. Cutler averaging 107.4 yards a carry. They're going to throw it, but Payne's in trouble. He's going to have to run. Raiders giving him a hard time. Through into the end zone. We have a flag on the play. It's going to be holding against the Barracudas, and that'll back it up.
Oh, I think you're going to decline this penalty if it is holding.
Absolutely.
And make the Barracudas make a decision here if they're going to kick the field goal or try to go for it. But 8 yards to the goal line, I got to imagine you're just going to take the 3 points right now.
Yeah, I would guess so because the last three downs they haven't moved the ball at all. Rockledge just stopped them at the line of scrimmage on 2 runs and then gave the quarterback enough trouble he had to throw the ball through the end zone. So with 4:39 to go here in the first quarter.
This is a huge win for the Rockledge defense to be able to, after that drive, only settle for 3 points right now. Well, actually the offense is going to stay out there for the Barracudas now. Kind of a surprise move here. Oh, they actually accepted the penalty. So it's actually 3rd down now.
Why would they do that?
Well.
L.J. Parks wide left. Same players in the backfield. He's wanting to throw. He's got time. Now he's going to have to run out of the pocket. He's in trouble. He just throws it up. A Raider could get it. And he almost did as the ball falls to the ground at the 10-yard line. Now, see, here's the thing with a running quarterback versus a quarterback that likes to stay in the pocket and throw. He didn't want to – he just threw it up in the air.
Yeah.
The Raiders had a great opportunity there to get an interception, but now your decision comes back. Now it's 4th.
It's 4th down, and the decision there from Rockledge turned out to be a good decision now. It makes this field goal a little bit more difficult with the wind breeze that's blowing into the kicker's face from right to left, and it is going to be a little bit of a tricky kick. It is going to be about a 35-yard field goal.
Max Tandy will do the honors, holding to Clan Body. Botting will do the kick. Here it is. Good snap. It's got the distance. It looks like it's going to hit the goal post and back away. So the Rockledge Raiders defense for the first drive in the first quarter has held. And the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 going the other way.
Well, great decision there by Coach Holmes and being able to make that field goal a little bit more trickier than it was before. Trusted his defense, gave his defense a chance to be able to make a stand again, and then turn away the Barracudas after almost a 8-minute drive to open up the game. Got to stand there for the Rockledge defense.
Now we'll see the Rockledge offense for the first time. But this comes at the 4:20 mark. The Rockledge Raiders already on the field, man in motion, going to the far side. Here's the snap. Blaylock, and they're going to, first play of the game, they get a flag. So we'll wait and see what this is. I got a feeling I know, but we'll wait and see.
You know, this is one of the things that plagued Rockledge in that game that we covered a couple weeks ago, Orville, and a lot of pre-snap penalties and just penalties in general across the board. Just really stifles drives and really creates – anytime you're starting behind the sticks on offense, especially when you're deep in your own end zone like they are right now, it creates a whole different dynamic when it comes to play calling for an offense.
Peter Hill watching tonight. The broadcast says great stop defense. Here's a play, wants to throw, throws to the man out of the backfield, drops the ball. That'd be incomplete. He looked up before he had the ball in his hands to see where the defender was. And it'd be 2nd down and 15 for the Rockledge Raiders.
Yeah, and he had some blockers out there on the outside edge too. He probably could have had a little bit of room to be able to get some more yards, and just gotta bring the ball in before you start making your move and turn your eyes upfield. And he just kind of saw daylight there for a little bit and lost concentration.
Ball setting on the 15-yard line, just shy of it. Hand off to the running back, trying to get to the outside, cuts back to the middle. Nice little run there, taking it up to the 25-yard line. And that was Allen with his first run of the night. And the Raiders would go to be 3rd down and 7. Blaylock calls for the ball. He's got it, wants to throw, looking, plenty of time. Over the middle, has his man. 1st down, Raiders. As the ball goes over the 30-yard line to the 33, and that'll be a 1st down, the Raiders' 1st down of the ball game. Want to say hello to Austin Trammell and Peter Hill, both watching tonight in the Friday Night Locker Room. Orville Susong, Zach Clark. Thank you very much. Raiders, hurry up offense. Blaylock, quarterback. In the shotgun. Here's the snap. Hand off to the running back. Trying to get to the outside. He's going to be hit hard and dropped. And that will be Anthony Marsh, a defensive lineman for the Buccaneers. Will take him down. They'll lose yardage on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Rockledge Raiders. 3 minutes to go in clicking here in the first quarter. We take a look at the State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Alan Wester, Brian West, Eric Ponce, and Joe Rayleigh. Want to thank those agents for helping the Friday Night Locker Room and Space Coast Daily this year. Quarterback Blaylock wants to throw. Throws quickly, has his man, cuts it up to the middle. Good block, 40. 44-yard line. That maybe 45 could be enough for a 1st down depending on where they put the nose of the football. And it's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Good little drive that Rockledge is having here on their first possession of this game. After being back in their own end zone at about the 15-yard line, they've moved all the way to the ball near the midfield. So good drive here for Blaylock and these Rockledge Raiders.
Same formation, man in motion coming to the near side. They flip it to him. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get caught behind the line of scrimmage, and they're going to drive him all the way back to the 35-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress to the 41, so it's not going to be too bad. But now it'll be 2nd down and 14 for the Raiders. Minute and 52 to go here in the first quarter.
Blaylock's had a really good year thus far here in his junior season. Has over 1,000 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. So he's very good with taking care of the ball, and he does a great job of being able to get the ball to his playmakers on the outside.
Averaging 180 yards a game. He wants to throw again, in some trouble. He's going to have to get rid of it, and he does. He'll throw it out of bounds. Intended receiver that time, number 21, Camden Allen. And it's going to be 3rd down and long for the Raiders. Good defense that time by the Barracudas. They didn't give Blaylock any receiver to throw to.
This ball's got to get all the way to the Barracudas' 45-yard line. So definitely want to make sure you take good care of the ball here. Maybe in a position like this, you're looking for some type of screen. Be able to give you, maybe bust one and get some yards. A safe play.
They need it. Blaylock wants to throw. He's going to go deep. There it is over the middle.
Oh.
Intended receiver hits the ground, but the intended receiver was Braden Teeter, and the ball was behind him. No chance for him to catch the ball at all. It's going to be 4th down for the Raiders.
I think the turf monster got him there. It took him down, and he had made a great move. If he would have stayed on his feet and continued on, he would have had some room to keep on running there and would have definitely had the 1st down. But a good drive here for Rockledge on their first possession, be able to at least change field position a little bit and try to maybe pin the Barracudas deep again.
Arbor ready to kick, little high snap, but he's got plenty of time. Good kick, end over end. It's going to hit the ground and bounce, picked up on the one hopper. And great coverage by the Rockledge Raiders. They'll take the receiver down at the 19-yard line. We'll see the Buccaneers for the second time here in the first quarter with 1 minute and 2 to go. You're watching The Friday Night Locker Room live on Space Coast Daily TV.
Enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson Fairgrounds at I-95 and Palm Bay Road. Enjoy unlimited state fair rides, funnel cakes, games.
Rockledge Raiders kicking it back to the Barracudas. We'll see them for the second time here in the first quarter with 1:02 to go. No score here at McClarty Stadium. The Rockledge Raiders coming in 3-5, but the 3 wins, big wins, all 3 district wins. Barracudas in at 6-2. They also with a 3-0 district win. Running back straight up the middle takes it up to the 22-yard line. So that'd be enough for a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Barracudas. Quarterback Jace Payne. Running back Todd Cutler. That's the 2 running players for the Barracudas. They both like to run. They both have big yardage. Payne not a big thrower, and he's going to try to get to the outside. The Raiders have him pinned in, and I bet we get a holding call here. And it's going to be holding against the Barracudas. That'll back them up 5 yards, and they'll go right back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Raiders holding up well, and that's what they want to do. They want to give the quarterback happy feet. They want Payne to have to run around in the backfield. He doesn't like to run, according to one of the coaches I talked to from the Barracudas. He likes to stay in the pocket and we saw in the first drive, he got happy feet and he just threw the ball up in the air. Unfortunately for the Raiders, there was nobody there to make the interception.
Well, that was the last play of the first quarter, but this is a huge opportunity here for the Rockledge Raiders now with this penalty. Really sets back New Smyrna Beach. Whenever you're trying to have a running team like this and you get behind the sticks early on in downs, it really throws off the timing of how they want to operate. So this is a good situation here for the Rockledge Raiders and an opportunity as we begin the second quarter.
So the Barracudas, we're going to take a break. We'll come back in just a moment. You're watching the Friday Night Locker Room, bringing you the best in local high school sports.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
So we end the first quarter with a 0-0 game. The Rockledge Raiders and New Smyrna Barracudas. New Smyrna getting the ball on the opening kickoff. Had a wonderful drive, 5 first downs, got down to inside the 15-yard line for a field goal attempt, and it hit the crossbar and kicked back out into the field. The Rockledge Raiders took the ball. They had 2 first downs, then punted back to the Barracudas. And, Zach, that was quarter number 1. It was long, not a lot of throwing the ball, a lot of running, and a lot of not going very far.
Not going very far, and like we mentioned, this is huge for this Rockledge team right now to win the field position battle right here, set their offense up very nicely if they can get a couple stops here. 2nd down and 15.
So
another flag.
Well, that's going to be, I'm afraid, on LeVore, the linebacker. Yep,
wow.
It is. He jumped the gun, came in running like he was going to blitz, and the center, seeing that, didn't snap the ball, and they got a 5-yard penalty. So 2nd down and 11 now for the Barracudas.
Second penalty here on Rockledge here tonight.
Payne, the quarterback, operating out of the shotgun. He's got running back. He's going to throw it again. The Raiders are running him down. He's going to have to throw it quickly, and dropped trying to get the ball to Cutler. And they want to keep the ball out of his hands for sure. But he drops the ball again, looked upfield before he had the ball in his hands, dropped it, and now it's going to be 3rd down and long. We'll call it 11. Ball sitting at about the 16-yard line of the Barracudas.
As we talked about at the very beginning in Oroville, this is a very good situation here for Rockledge. If you can get New Smyrna Beach in passing downs, 3rd and long, that really sets you up very nicely defensively. This is not the position that New Smyrna Beach likes being in, where they have to throw the ball.
Well, you like the Rockledge Raiders with 13 sacks this year. Quarterback wants to throw, got a heavy rush on him. He's going deep, got a man wide open, overthrows him. Intended receiver, Tress Walton, the wide receiver. He was 5 yards ahead of any defender, and Payne just flat overthrew him. If he had caught it, he'd still been running.
As we were just talking about, that's exactly the position that Rockledge wants to put New Smyrna Beach, that they are not comfortable passing the ball in situations like that. Gives you a chance to be able to get a good turnover on downs or turn away the Barracudas and change field position, as it did right there. And depending on what happens on this punt, we've seen Rockledge rush a few punts here this year, and expect maybe they're going to try to go after this one.
And they do. Here they come. It's going to go up. It's going to be shorted, a hit at the 50 and bounce. And the Barracudas are going to down it at the 48-yard line. Back for the Raiders, waiting for the kick, was Gonzalez, the wide receiver. So the Raiders with better field position than they had the first time they got the ball. The ball sitting at their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10. 11:30 to go here in the second quarter. No score. And the Raiders set up and ready to go, acting like they got a little bit of hurry-up offense tonight for the Barracudas, keeping them from being able to move defenders in and out. Blaylock, the quarterback, from the shotgun. He likes to throw on 1st down. Here's the snap. But he hands it off. And they'll get him about the 50-yard line. Raheem Cutter, the running back that time. And that's one of the guys they have to stop. Cutter with 300 yards this year, averaging 7.7 yards a carry, and he's got 4 touchdowns on the ground. Look for Michael Gonzalez. He's wide right on the bottom.
He's a good one. He's a good go-to receiver here for Blaylock in situations like this.
Oh, and we got a jump. That's one of the captains, Trevor Schnedler. And, excuse me, that's number 59. I don't have a number 59. So that'll give the Raiders 5 yards. Back the other way. So to be 2nd down, and we'll call it 2 yards for a 1st down. Blaylock from the shotgun. Handoff, running back. Gets around the outside corner, gets a block, 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet, got one man to beat, cuts inside. And the Rockledge Raiders running back, Joseph Watkins.
He's gone.
What a run by the running back. I think that was number 8, was it? Yep, here he comes. Number 8, Joseph Watkins. And the Rockledge Raiders on the board for the first time tonight.
Oh, what a run there. Great vision there to be able to cut back on that. It looked like he was about to run out of bounds, but just stayed in bounds and turned it upfield and had some more room and took it to the house.
Cut in between 2 defenders, kick. Plenty. It goes out of the fence area. Point after is good. At the 10-16 mark here in the second quarter, the Raiders go up 7-0. You're watching the Friday Night Locker Room live on Space Coast Daily TV.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily, the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day, and all at no charge thanks to our successful advertising clients. And also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and taking your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
The Rockledge Raiders hit the scoreboard first with a nice run by the running back, Raheem Carter. Point after is good. The Raiders now will kick off. It's going to be very short, and it goes out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So not a very good kick that time by the Raider kicker. Joshua Ellis off the side of his foot, and they'll take the ball about the 29. We'll see exactly where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 30. No, it is going to be at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. So the Raiders get on the board first. Point after touchdown run is good. 7-0. That comes at the 10-16 mark here in the first half, and the second quarter. We'll see the Barracudas for the first time here in the second quarter.
Well, Raheem Cutter now is the leading rusher now for the Rockledge Raiders. Had 299 yards heading into tonight's game. His longest run he had for the whole entire year was 96 yards back earlier this year.
Payne trying to run the ball. I'm sorry, Zach, I didn't mean to walk on you. They get him in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it'll be 2nd down and 11 for New Smyrna.
Good job there by that defensive front for the Rockledge Raiders. Anchored on in the middle by big Anthony Valdez in the middle. He's been doing really good and being able to disrupt the running lanes here for New Smyrna Beach early on in this game. With 9:45 to go, Rockledge doing a nice job defensively, being able to control the line of scrimmage early on.
7-0 now. The Raiders ahead. Scott Wiseman watching. Want to thank him for tuning in tonight to the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily TV. Payne now handoff. Running back straight up the middle. Look out. He's on his way. The Raiders got to catch him from behind, and they finally do.
Wow.
But not before he gains about 40 yards. 25 yards. And they get into Raider territory at the 41. And that'll be the first down of this drive for the Barracudas.
Is that the broadcaster's curse? Because I was just crediting the defensive front there for Rockledge and controlling the front, being able to disrupt the running lanes. And right there, the running lanes there for the Barracudas was open wide. You could drive a bus right through that. It was a great job there by that offensive line for New Smyrna Beach.
There they go again around the outside. This time it's Payne, and he's down inside the 35, down to about the 34-yard line. He'll pick up about 8 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, and I expect here that the Barracudas are going to move with a little bit of tempo right now. They kind of got Rockledge a little bit out of sorts right now, and maybe continue with a little bit of tempo is creating some problems here for Rockledge on this drive. 2nd down and short.
Todd Cutler Jr., the running back, quarterback for the Barracudas, Jace Payne. Now they're ready to go. 8:17 to go here. Clock is ticking. Payne from the shotgun. No receivers on the bottom, one on the top. Wants to throw, and he does. Almost intercepted by Watkins Jr. And it will be 3rd down and 4 for the Barracudas. Rockledge Raiders defender Joseph Watkins stepped right in front of that one. And again, the Raiders have dropped 2 interceptions that would have stopped drives for the Barracudas. So it's 3rd down and 4 now.
Yeah, kind of surprised that they would pass the ball in that situation with how much success they've had so far on this drive, running the ball right down the middle.
L.J. Parks wide left for the Barracudas. Payne in the shotgun. He's going to run it, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and drop. The Raiders at 3rd down, and we'll call it more like 3. And they pick up about a half a yard. It's going to be 4th down and a yard. I got news for you. John Wilkinson will go for this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
He's not good.
You go for it on 4th and 13 near the goal line. You're definitely going to go for it on 4th and 2 from the 31.
And here they go. They are going for it. 4th down and about a yard. Payne in the backfield, quarterback in the shotgun. Going to give it to Cutler, and he gets it and more all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Second first down for New Smyrna here in this drive. And they'll move the chains, clock ticking 7. They stop it for the chains to be moved. Now it's starting 7:10 to go here in the second quarter with the Raiders up 7-0.
That's their bread and butter play right there for New Smyrna Beach. You know, they've tried to pass the ball a few times here tonight. Haven't had too much success with that, but they've been having some success here running in between the tackles.
Parks wide left, one receiver on the top wide. Quarterback hands off to Cutler, follows his block, gets to the outside. Still on his feet, inside the 15, down to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Another first down for the Buccaneers. Raiders were in this position a while ago, and it was third down and goal. The Raiders held, and now it's first down and goal for the Buccaneers. We'll see what they do this time. They'll stack the box a little bit, I would guess. Cutler, the running back, paying the quarterback, looking to the sidelines to get the play.
Well, yeah, right here, I don't anticipate you're going to see too much passing deep here in the goal line. This is going to be in a phone booth type fight right here.
Going to fake the first one to the running back. Quarterback keeps it. Nope, I lied. Cutler all the way around, and he is in for the touchdown. An 8-yard run by Todd Cutler Jr., and the Barracudas are on the board.
Well, we were just crediting Rockledge and how their run defense was right as that drive started, and that was just the complete opposite. It was just sheer domination in the trenches there by New Smyrna Beach. They absolutely had a great drive there, and being able to control the line of scrimmage on that drive right there.
And this comes at the 5:57 mark here in the second quarter. And here's the kick, and it is good. So the Buccaneers tie it up now. It's 7-7 at the 5:57 mark in the second quarter. An 8-yard touchdown run by Todd Cutler Jr. Point after good. We're all tied up at McClarty Stadium. You're watching the Friday Night Locker Room live on Space Coast Daily TV.
Enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson Fairgrounds at I-95 and Palm Bay Road. Enjoy unlimited state fair rides, funnel cakes, games, puppet show, petting zoo, haunted house, and hay rides. Admission only $7. Children under 36 inches, military, and seniors over 65 get free admission. Take the family and enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson in Palm Bay. Visit palmbayfair.com.
3, 2.
The Buccaneers get on the board with an 8-yard run by Cutler Jr. Point after is good. We're all tied up at the 5:57 mark, 7-7. Lorenzo Pratt, he's an old Cocoa boy. He says, "Wilk football, baby." And you're absolutely right. John Wilkinson, the coach for the New Smyrna, loves to run the ball, doesn't care if he ever throws a pass. He wants to, like I just said earlier, smash mouth football. And here's the kick, and it's going to go deep into the end zone. No return for the Raiders. So we'll see the Rockledge Raiders for the second time in this quarter. 1st and 10.
Well, good opportunity here for Rockledge. If they can sustain a drive here for an extended amount of time, with 5:57 to go here in the first half, they will get the second half kickoff as well. So an opportunity for a 2-for-1 type deal if you can kind of plan it out right. If you can try to get some points here and then you get the ball at the second half, that would be a big opportunity here for Rockledge to maybe gain control of this game.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. The ball at the 20. Allen, the running back. Blaylock wants to throw. He tosses it out to Allen. He has a little bit of room up the middle. There he goes. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. One man to beat. Cuts it inside. Still on his feet. All the way down to the 25-yard line. 55-yard run from center. And that's the way you start it, baby. And that is a first down, Zach.
Wow, the rushing attack here for Rockledge is on point here tonight. Second big run of this game here in the first half Rockledge having a great success.
Allen, the running back, now in the backfield. Blaylock, quarterback. Hand off to Allen. Allen hesitates a little bit at the line of scrimmage. Second effort will get him a couple yards. Now we're playing push football. And he'll get to the 19-yard line. And he'll pick up about 4 yards on a play. Be second down and 10.
Yeah, I anticipate that Rockledge probably is not going to be in too much of a hurry here, but you also don't want to get out of character and, do something that changes the tempo and the flow of the offense and the rhythm. So, Rockledge is going to be very methodical here, but they would love nothing more than to try to drain this clock a little bit more and give.
I go to Gonzalez in the corner. Here's the snap. Wants to throw. Is in a lot of trouble, and he'll throw it to Gonzalez, but it bounces him. Well, I got the name right. Bounces in front of him. Gonzalez trying to work his way back to help his quarterback, and Blaylock just threw it a little bit too low for Gonzalez. So it'll be
3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6 now for the Raiders.
Probably in 4-down territory here, so you got 2 downs to get 6 yards if you are the Raiders.
Allen, the running back. Blaylock, the quarterback. Gonzalez again wide right. Wants to throw to the near far side. He's in trouble. Going to try to turn the corner and keeps the ball. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage. He should have got rid of it. But that'll be 4th down now and 6. So he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they're going to attempt a field goal here. This is going to be a little bit of a long field goal here, near 40 yards, just under that.
Michael Arbor comes out. He'll attempt the field goal.
So Coach Holmes wanting to get points here on this drive. Has a little bit of a breeze blowing into the kicker's face from right to left, so does have a little bit of a wind factor playing into this.
Watch for the fake. Here we go. There it is. Kick. Uh-oh. It is good. Holy mackerel. Arbor puts the Raiders back on top. 10-7 with a field goal.
Wow. What a kick there. That would have been good from 50.
So the Raiders back on top with the field goal at the 3:35 mark here in the second quarter. The Raiders now go up 10-7 over the Barracudas. Who would have thunk that?
Circle that. Get 3 points up on the board, and not the easiest kick in the world considering what you're kicking into with a little bit of a wind and the distance and on the left hash. A great kick there, and Rockledge Raiders up 10-7 here with 3:35 to go here in the first half. Love nothing more than a stop here. Get the ball at the second half and being able to start getting some control in this game, but a great drive there for Rockledge.
Tyrone Gibson. Watch, you want to say hello to him. Peter Hill says, great kick. You're right, Peter. That was, we must have a flag someplace. Everybody stopped running. I missed it.
Ball was kicked out of bounds, but also it was kicked back near the where the kick took place. So see what that might have been. Offsides.
Offsides, okay. Keith Amsden, nice to hear you back broadcasting games. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it. Just up in the Georgia area, I don't know how far that is from you, but weather was great. We spent a week up there, and I saw you watched one of the games on the Friday Night Locker Room, Space Coast Daily, last week. We appreciate you tuning in. How's the weather up there? So 10-7, the Raiders with the lead. They'll get ready to kick it off. 2 men back for the Buccaneers. Buccaneers would like nothing but a 3-minute and 32-second drive here to get back into the ball game. Only 3 points down. Here's the kick, and then it's going to bounce at the 15-yard line. Taken on the one hop. Hit immediately and dropped. Xavier Floyd says, welcome to McClarty Stadium. And the Raiders stop the running back, stop the return, and Barracudas will start with 3:25 to go at their own 23-yard line.
Still a lot of time here for New Smyrna Beach to get a drive to go in, but they're going to have to move with a little bit of tempo with how they like to move the ball and rushing the ball. They're not going to pass too much, I wouldn't anticipate, on this drive. 3:25, though. You got a lot of time plus some timeouts.
Hand off to Cutler, following his running backs. He's going to have to be caught again from behind, but he is. But not before he moves the ball up to the 41-yard line. Jamarian Manning, the defensive back, with the stop, but not before not before Cutler gets a first down. Always dangerous. L.J. Parks now wide right on the top. No receiver on the bottom. Here's the snap. Hand off to Cutler again. Gets to the outside. Dropped immediately as he turned upfield. Maybe a yard on the play, if any. It'll be second down and long. Good defense that time by the Raiders.
Good defense, and now you put New Smyrna a little bit behind the sticks at the moment. Second down and 10. They don't like to be in this position too much. They usually like to get at least 3 to 4 yards on that first play.
Javon White with the stop for the Raiders. Here's the snap, and we've got a flag.
This will definitely help out their case, too, for Rockledge. Is a false start. It's going to push New Smyrna back. Second down and 15 now. You got them right where you want them if you're Rockledge.
Maurice Young, Reese watching the ball game. Reese, good to see you. Your brother Brian Goins out on the field tonight as a coach. Jordan Michael Rocco, that's Zach's best friend, eh?
Yeah.
He's watching. Bar Wilkinson, Tyrone Gibson, thank you. Here we go. Throws intercepted by the Rockledge Raiders at the 44, and that has stopped the drive. Still on his feet. Up to the 50, down to the 40, down to the 35, caught from behind by Cutler Jr. Boy, he does it all. But the Rockledge Raiders with the big interception this time. They finally got one.
Golden opportunity now here for this Rockledge offense and be able to get points up on the board before the half. Extend this lead, make this almost a two-possession game if they can finish off this drive here with great field position, ball placed at the 33-yard line.
That comes at the 1:48 mark here in the second quarter before we go to half. The Raiders, great field position, 34-yard line. Blaylock from the shotgun. Going deep over the middle, wide open. Oh, it hits the defender on the helmet. Gonzalez was open, and Blaylock about a yard short. Hit the defender. He didn't even know the ball was coming, but it hit the defender in the helmet, pops up in the air. Gonzalez with the speed. Blaylock just needed a little bit more arm on that one. It'd be second down and 10 for the Raiders.
You know, Rockledge will probably go back to that play. They absolutely caught the Barracudas in a situation where they almost got beat and almost cost them 6 points.
Snap. Allen trying to get to the outside, breaks one tackle. That's Raheem Cutter. And he's dropped at the 30-yard line. And it'll be third down.
Third down and long. 1:33 to go here in the third quarter. A lot of time here for Rockledge, so time no concern right now. But third down and 11. I mean, with the field goal that we saw from earlier,
that was crazy.
I mean, you're probably within distance right now. But
Barber had the leg on the first one. So the Raiders are going to spread it out. You got three receivers on the top, one on the bottom. Blaylock calls for the ball. Shotgun, and he's going to throw it. Oh, he's hit, and he pulls it down, and he throws it, and it's caught down to the 20-yard line, and that'll be enough for a Raider first down.
Wow. What a pump fake there.
I thought they had him. So the Raiders pick up a big-time first down. The ball sitting inside the Health First red zone. Blaylock from the shotgun. One running back in the backfield. Look for Gonzalez again, Zach. Quarterback threw it to Gonzalez, but he threw it behind him. Gonzalez this time, instead of going to the end zone, he cut across the middle. Blaylock threw it too late, and the ball falls incomplete. It'd be 2nd down and 10. Ball sitting at the 20-yard line.
Still a lot of time here for Rockledge to be able to work their offense. I would like to see probably them maybe continue to utilize that rushing attack here. With 57 seconds to go and a timeout to be able to operate out of you're in.
Cutter in the shot. Cutter, quarterback, throws to the end zone, overthrows the intended receiver. And we got a man down on the field, and that man is the quarterback, but no flag.
Well, Matthew Ford might have thought he had that.
Yeah.
He's bouncing around out there and feeling like he might have been close to getting the catch right there. Maybe try to go to him once again. He's got some size on his defender on the outside edge, too.
Here we go. There's going to be a timeout called, and John Holmes calls a timeout, calls his offense over. And at the 51-second mark here before the first half is over, the Rockledge Raiders 10 and the Barracudas 7. But more importantly, the Raiders looking at 3rd down and 10, the ball at the Barracuda 20-yard line. So a big opportunity, Zach, for the Raiders here.
Yeah.
If they can punch another one in, that would be really good for them.
Yeah, you definitely want to get points here on this drive, no matter what it is, if it's a field goal or ideally a touchdown, to be able to stretch this to a 2-possession game, and then you also get the second half kickoff as well. But 51 seconds to go. A good timeout here for Coach Holmes. You want to make sure that you let your quarterback and everybody know that we got 3 points in the bag. We don't need to stretch this to a point where we were going to put the ball at risk of being turned over. You want to be able to try to go with maybe, I don't know, maybe look for like a wide receiver screen or a jailbreak screen or something like that in this situation where you can maybe bust one and get enough for a 1st down, or at least make the 4th down decision a little bit easier here with 51 seconds to go.
Blaylock in the shotgun position now. Gonzalez wide right, looking to the end zone again. Open.
Nope,
no. Incomplete. Good
close.
Defense. The defender finished it very quickly. Looked like the ball was there, and out comes Arbor. He's going to try another field goal.
It was basically that play is a decision there that if your only play that is going to be made is if the wide receiver comes down with that, and that was a good decision there for Coach Holmes. And it's a low risk play, but an opportunity to be able to get 6 if you had a great spectacular catch.
36-yard attempt for Arbor. Here's a snap. Ball is in the air, and it's good. Wow. Arbor with a 36-yard field goal, and it puts the Raiders up 13-0 with 35 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. You got to love that, man. You got to love that. Michael Arbor.
He's the difference in this game so far with
30-yard field goal, and then he answers with a 36-yarder. And that's what you need in high school football. You need a guy that can put the dagger in. And so far, Arbor is the man. Chris Dennis is watching. Hello, Chris. Peter Hill says Blaylock had him wide open. Kicker balling, boy, he is. That's for sure.
He is, and he's also kicking kind of into the wind a little bit too, which is even more impressive with how he, that's not easy for kickers when you have wind that's blowing them pretty steady. We've had some gusts up to about 15 miles an hour here tonight.
Arbor will kick off for the Raiders. He's going to squibble it down to waste some time. Barracudas pick it up, and they'll make it out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Barracudas. Hey, 20 seconds. Let me tell you something. Todd Cutler only needs about 12 seconds to go 50 yards, so you got to watch him.
That's right.
This first half is not over yet.
It is not, and, Great field position here to start this drive with 28 seconds. Lots of time here for the Barracudas to try to at least get in a position maybe to attempt a field goal.
So that drive started with an interception. And we got a flag on the play. No gain on the play as Sculler runs the ball, but they've got a flag, and it's going to be...
It's going to be on Rockledge, I think. Oh, nope, offense. Illegal shift.
Illegal shift by the Buccaneers. And that'll back them up 5, and it'll be first down and 15.
Well, now that kind of changes maybe the situation just a little bit here for the Barracudas. 20 seconds to go. You're behind the sticks now, first and 15. Yeah, you're at least probably in the position to get it to a field goal. You're probably going to at least have to get to about the 25-yard line for about a 42-yard field goal to at least have any semblance of a chance with how the wind's blowing here tonight.
And they're going to start the clock 17 seconds. They're going to have to put it in the air. The Raiders.
Careful of a double move.
Yep. High snap. And Payne's going to keep it. And he's hit and dropped. 2-yard gain to be second down and 13 for the Buccaneers with 3 seconds left to go. And that's the end of the half as the buzzer sounds. So here at McClarty Stadium, home of the Rockledge Raiders, the Raiders go into halftime up 13-7 over the New Smyrna Buccaneers. You're watching the Friday Night Locker Room live on Space Coast Daily TV.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson Fairgrounds at I-95 and Palm Bay Road. Enjoy unlimited state fair rides, funnel cakes, games, puppet show, petting zoo, haunted house, and hay rides. Admission only $7. Children under 36 inches, military, and seniors over 65 get free admission. Take the family and enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson in Palm Bay. Visit palmbayfair.com.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day. And all at no charge, thanks to our successful advertising clients. And also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
Well, folks, we're back here at the Rock Pit here in Rockledge, and we're going to treat you with the performance here by the Rockledge Marching Band here at halftime as New Smyrna Beach trails the Rockledge Raiders 13-7. Raiders leading here early on in this first half. They will get the second half kickoff, but we'll let you enjoy the performance here by the Rockledge High School Marching Band.
You may begin your show. your Raider Regiment.
Great job by the Raider Regiment Band. They got a superior, Zach, when they went to their district contest, so that's the best you can get when you're qualifying a band, and they win the district, or excuse me, they get a superior at their district contest. So here at halftime at McClarty Stadium at Chuckwood Field, the Rockledge Raiders up 13-7. Zach, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, the rushing attack for Rockledge has been really good here tonight, and special teams also playing a big part in this game, being the difference thus far. And you know, I look at both of these offenses; they're really starting to find their groove offensively on the ground. So I anticipate whoever is going to come out victorious in this game, it is going to be the team that is able to stop the other team from running the football here tonight and forcing them in passing situations. And even if you get into a passing situation for Rockledge, you feel pretty good about the passing attack for Rockledge. But if you can get New Smyrna Beach in passing downs, early in downs, that'll be very key to their success if they are going to be victorious here tonight. And they did a good job there in the first half. After that first drive that New Smyrna Beach had, and they drove down for about nearly an 8-minute drive and didn't get any points as a result of that drive. And you kind of circle back on that one, and that's a big moment there early on in the game. The first drive of the game was a big moment, and could be the difference in this game. But Rockledge going to have a chance to be able to get the ball here at the second half. It's going to be very important for them from a field position standpoint to set the table, if you will, early on, to be able to sustain a little bit of a drive. And if you at least don't get any points, at least change field position and make New Smyrna Beach drive the length of the field.
The Rockledge Raiders had one interception in the first half. They had an opportunity for two more, and they weren't able to get the job done on that. So the deal with Payne, the quarterback, you get him running, he just wants to get rid of the ball so he doesn't get sacked. And he doesn't like to throw the ball, so right. He likes to run it. He's one of the, behind Cutler Jr., he's probably their number 2 running back. But for the Rockledge Raiders, Raheem Cutter with a 10-yard TD run. He put the Raiders on the board first. Point after was good. And the second quarter, all Michael Arbor. Arbor come up big with the right leg, 30-yard field goal and a 36-yard field goal. The Rockledge Raiders team has 7. Michael Arbor has 6. You add it together, they're up 13-7. Over New Smyrna at this time. An 8-yard TD run by Todd Cutler Jr. for New Smyrna is what has in the ball game. Point after was good on that. So we're at halftime here at McClarty Stadium, Chuckwood Field. The Raiders up 13-7.
Other action going on. Another game that's also on Space Coast Daily TV. J.C. Marholt on the call with Beth York and Nathan. That game right now is just beginning the third quarter right now, and it is 7-3. Melbourne Bulldogs leading the Vieira Hawks, and a little bit of a surprise there in that matchup. But both of those programs, that's also a heated rivalry between those two squads and those two schools. So we'll keep an eye on that game. Again, that game is also on Space Coast Daily TV, so you can tune on over and check back between our game and their game, and both of our games in a one-possession game. So going to be a good Friday night football game action between both of our games. And we're just about a minute away here to begin the second half. And 3 games tonight throughout Brevard County will give, if they win, will give 3 Brevard County teams the district championships. This one right here, Rockledge and New Smyrna. Cocoa at Astronaut for the District 6 Class 2A championship. New Smyrna Beach at Rockledge, that's where we're at now, and that will be for the championship. The O'Galley versus Merritt Island game, we were all looking forward to that one last week or 2 weeks ago. It was postponed because of the rain, and that will go November 4th, and that will be for district championship, whoever wins that game, and that will be the
District 8 Class 3A champions.
And that will be on Space Coast Daily TV. So, Orville, if you're available, we will be broadcasting that game. But regardless, it's going to be a great matchup between those two storied programs, and they've had some great battles over the last few years between O'Galley and Merritt Island. We anticipate another great one, and we're going to have some great production quality in that game as well. We'll have replay, we'll have multi-camera production, and so tune in on Space Coast Daily TV for that great matchup and a big matchup at the O-Dome on November 4th.
And we want to remind everybody, next week, the Friday night games are moved to Thursday night on most places. The Rockledge Raiders will host the Cocoa Tigers right here in the Barbecue Bowl. And that should be where everybody will be Friday night, right here watching the Cocoa Tigers and the Rockledge Raiders go at it here at McClarty Stadium.
Will there be barbecue? I hope so.
You know, many years ago they used to.
Yeah.
And normally they may do something. I mean, they've had it catered a couple times where they had somebody bring it in. It's not like it used to. The bands took care of it, and the Goins family would handle that. But I'm sure the Goins family will be in the end zone with they'll feed the boys and like they always do, and that's Brian Goins and Alex Goins and James and Betty, James' wife, and Grandma. They'll all be out there doing their thing. So that will be next Thursday instead of next Friday. So Friday there won't be anything on the Space Coast, I don't think.
We'll have Thursday night games, obviously, with all the games moving from Halloween to Thursday, November 30th. So we will have games on November 30th, and we'll also have the November 4th game as well. So going to be a busy couple weeks for us.
So while we have an opportunity, we want to thank Health First, Eastern Florida State College, All Points, Goodson Paving, Renegade Underground Utilities, Auto Expo 95, and Erdman Automotive. Also want to thank Space Coast Tire of Cocoa, Al's Trophy Shop in their two locations, one in Melbourne and one in Cocoa, just north of the beach line on US 1. Also want to thank Florida Master Temp and everything they do for heating and cooling. The Rockledge Raiders now come out of the locker room, back over to the sidelines. The Barracudas will kick off to the Raiders, so the Raiders will get the ball back in the to start the second half. So we'll see the Raiders, if everything goes well, we'll see the Raiders on offense first here to start the third quarter. Some other games around the county while we have a moment. Cocoa at Astronaut, Cocoa Beach at Bayside, O'Galley at Atlantic and Daytona, Martin County at Heritage, Holy Trinity at the Masters Academy. Merritt Island goes up to Candlewood Day. Hawthorne comes down to play MCC. New Smyrna Beach right here at Rockledge. Space Coast 8-1. Space Coast looking to be back-and-back state champions for the SSAA that they're in. So the Buccaneers will be getting ready to kick it off. Doing the honors for the Buccaneers will be Declan Botting. He's the kicker back for the Raiders. Here's the kick, and it's going to go to the deep man. That's Gonzalez at the 3-yard line, up to the 5, the 10, coming to the near side, the 20, 25, and he runs it up to the 35-yard line. Nice job, nice return, and the Raiders will start out with good field position. And they'll drop. Oh, no, we're going to have a flag on the play. And it's going to be against the Raiders, and they'll take that nice return and walk it all the way back inside the 20-yard line down to about the 18. Oh, no, now they're going all the way back. So blocking the back against the Raiders. And they're going to start at their own 10-yard line.
Ouch.
Yes, that hurts big time. So we'll see the Raiders first on offense here to start the third quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. And here we go. The Rockledge Raiders up 13-7. High snap gives to the running back trying to get outside. He's at the 10, 15, breaks a tackle, leans out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Nice run that time by Raheem Cutter, the running back. And he'll pick up 7 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Raiders. Ball just on the other side of the 15-yard line. 2nd down. Butler in the shotgun. 2 receivers, top and bottom. Here's the snap. Wants to throw. And that didn't work. He handed the ball off to Cutter, and they saw that play coming. Stepped up, handed it to him in the breadbasket, and then they got him. They're going to lose yardage on the play. It'll be 3rd down. We'll call it 8 for the Raiders. Cutter again in the backfield for the Rockledge Raiders. Blaylock, the quarterback. Same formation as the play before. Gonzalez wide right. Going across the middle. Blaylock keeps it, breaks 1 tackle, hits hard. He gets past the 15 up to the 16-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and long for the Rockledge Raiders. They'll stop him at the 16-yard line. And it'll be 4th down and about 3. So out comes the man of the hour so far, Michael Arbor, and he'll kick it away for the Raiders. Back for the Buccaneers will be Tress Walton.
Oh, just the start you wanted for New Smyrna Beach. If you are
absolutely.
New Smyrna Beach fan, you're going to get some great field position here, depending on what happens on this kick. And max protect.
Kick. Oh.
Not a great kick.
Not a great kick again.
Wow.
It hits and bounces out at about the 38-yard line.
Wow.
We got a flag. Let's see who it's against. It's going to be
legal formation on
against the Raiders. That's declined. Smart move there by John Wilkinson of the Barracudas. Barracudas will take over at the Raider 38-yard line. 1st and 10.
Well, that's a way to start the second half for the Barracudas here. You start knocking on the door of the Mike Erdman Automotive red zone here. Only about 18 more yards to go to be in red zone territory. And for the Barracudas, I think you just give this to Todd Cutler, don't you? Let him work.
Payne, shotgun, handoff to Cutler. Cutler falls forward, second effort will get him 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Todd Cutler, the running back, doing all he can for the Buccaneers. Well, they'll move the ball back a little bit. It'll be 2nd and 8. He picked up 2 on the play. Max Tandy wide right. They've got 2 receivers wide right on the far side. No receivers on the south side or on the near side. Quarterback keep. Payne takes it, and he's hit at the 35 and dropped at the 34. Pick up of about 2. It's going to be 3rd down now, and we'll call it a long 6.
Great job there by the defense for Rockledge now. A little bit of a passing down situation now with 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. They got to get to the 28-yard line for a 1st down.
So here we go. Payne, the quarterback. Todd Cutler, the running back. Wide left will be Max Tandy. Same formation, just flips it to the near side. 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Cutler gets it. Hesitation, good move, and he breaks it down. And he moves all the way down to the 26-yard line. And that'll be enough for a New Smyrna 1st down. Give it to Cutler. He'll bring it to you.
Yeah, and doesn't matter what the down and distance is. He can get you out of a hole really quickly. And just like that, they got a 1st down, new set of downs here. approaching the red zone.
I want to say hello to Carl Bone watching the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily. So here we go, 1st and 10, 8:11 with the clock moving here at Rockledge. Paying the quarterback, 2 running backs. Quarterback keep down inside the 25, down to the 24. And he'll pick up 3 yards on the play, be 2nd down and 7 for the Buccaneers as they move closer and closer to the end zone.
Sometimes it's not as flashy, but, this is exactly what they want for New Smyrna Beach. 2, 3, 4 yards, get it on 1st down, set you up on 2nd down and 6, 2nd down and 7 in this case. And you just get short increments of yards and you work your way towards each 1st down and move the chains and you eat the clock, and that's exactly what they want to do underneath a head coach John Wilkinson team. 2
receivers far left, L.J. Parks and Tress Walton, both wide receivers. Hands off to Cutler, and he's dropped immediately. No gain on the play. Great defense there by the Raiders. And leading him that time was Jamarian Manning. And now it'll be 3rd down and 9. Loss of a couple yards on the play. Quarterback Payne now empty backfield. 3 receivers on the top, looking for the end zone, and he throws it to the end zone. Wide open, touchdown. And that was Tress Walton, the wide receiver. 25-yard touchdown pass from Payne to Tress Walton.
What a precision pass there, and just placed perfectly right over the defender's head and into the position of for a touchdown. One of the only place that his wide receiver could be able to make a play on it. He did so, and that was a really well thrown ball there by Payne.
And the kick is good. So at the 6:35 mark here in the 3rd quarter, the score now 14-13 in favor of the Barracudas. You're watching the Friday Night Locker Room live on Space Coast Daily TV.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
25-yard touchdown pass to Tress Walton from Jace Payne. Excuse me. And the Buccaneers are back in it. Point after is good. They now lead the Raiders here in the 3rd quarter, 14-13.
Well, that was, textbook on how probably Coach Wilkinson wanted to start this second half. And just like that, they have the lead after, it felt like Rockledge kind of been outplaying New Smyrna Beach, but that's all it took right there. And, that's the problem when you settle for field goals as opposed to getting touchdowns. And that's exactly what New Smyrna Beach did. They took advantage of an opportunity there that an errant punt kick set them up really nicely at the 38-yard line, and they only drove 38 yards for a touchdown. And just like that, it's a 1-point advantage for New Smyrna Beach. And this is a big moment here in this game here from a momentum standpoint. To be able for Rockledge to be able to respond nicely would be to be able to even not necessarily have to get points on this drive. While you would love to have points, but get a couple 1st downs, change field position. This game, like I mentioned at the very beginning, it's going to come down to field position as we have a timeout here for a water break. We'll be right back here right after these messages.
Enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson Fairgrounds at I-95 and Palm Bay Road. Enjoy unlimited state fair rides, funnel cakes, games, puppet show, petting zoo, haunted house, and hay rides. Admission only $7. Children under 36 inches, military, and seniors over 65 get free admission. Take the family and enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson in Palm Bay. Visit palmbayfair.com.
We're all set to go now. The Rockledge Raiders, Botting kicking off for New Smyrna, puts it into the end zone. They bring it out to the 20. The Rockledge Raiders now start off 1st and 10. Blaylock, the quarterback. Camden Allen in the backfield. Throws it quickly underneath. We got a flag on the play, and then immediately Frank Ulrich makes a tackle for the Buccaneers. We're going to have a holding flag against the Rockledge Raiders, so they'll back it up 5. It'll be 1st down and 15 for the Raiders as they move the ball to the 15-yard line.
Penalties, penalties, penalties.
Not a way to start.
It's not the way you want to start drives, and that's exactly how they started the second half, and that's how they're going to start this drive now, behind the sticks.
Ooh. They moved it 10 yards. 10, 15. So it'll be 1st down and 18. I don't get that one. Oh, okay. Spot foul. Thank you. Handoff, running back.
Fumbled it, and the Barracudas have it. It was a fumble, and it has just gotten from bad to worse here
Real
for the
quick.
Rockledge Raiders.
Camden Allen with the run, trying to get extra yardage. Second effort got him in trouble. They stripped the ball, and the Barracudas fall on it. And now the Barracudas in great field position again here in the second half. They're down to the Raider 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
Boy, that is the last thing you would ever want other than just a pick six for Rockledge.
And this will come at the 6:09 mark here in the second quarter. Todd Cutler Jr., the running back. Jace Payne, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 2 receivers on the top. Hand off to Payne. Payne around the outside, cuts it back in, still on his feet inside the 10, inside the 5, and they finally corral him down there. Looks like it's going to be a 1st down. We'll have to wait and see exactly where they spot it.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st down and goal here for the Barracudas. Cutler taking it out, bouncing it out to the outside, and did a great job following his blocks. And right now it is gotta make a play, and that's what Rockledge needs right here. They need a big stand here.
Defense needs to step up.
They've done it before. They did it on that first drive, so they're more than capable of doing it, but they're going to have to bone up now.
Payne from the shotgun. Hands to Cutler. Cutler trying to get the outside, back inside the 5-yard line now. Down to about the 1.
That's what you needed right here. So 2nd down and goal here from about the 2-yard line. I would imagine you're probably in 4-down territory here for Coach Wilkinson. So you got about 3 more downs that you got to be able to stop them, and I'd be very shocked if this ball was thrown. As we got a whistle here for an official
timeout.
Officials timeout for, we don't know why there's a timeout.
While we have this opportunity, we'll introduce you to our officials. The referee is Mr. Joe Hutton, umpire Mark O'Donnell, the linesman Michael Totten, the line judge Brett Messamore, the side judge Mike Klein, the field judge Jeremiah Summers, and up here in the booth with us, Mr. David
Payne runs it in for a touchdown, and just like that.
David Phillips running the clock, and a 1-yard touchdown run, and that'll put another 6 points on the board for the Barracudas.
Well, right now, New Smyrna Beach not doing anything too fancy, just taking advantage of the miscues here by Rockledge here in this second half, and now Rockledge an extra point down here from an 8-point deficit.
Declan Botting will try the extra point. Here's the snap. Plenty of distance, and it is good.
Wow.
So at the 4:46 mark here in the third quarter, 2 touchdowns back-to-back for New Smyrna, and they now lead 21-13 with 4:46 to go here in the third quarter. You're watching the Friday Night Locker Room live on Space Coast Daily TV.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
New Smyrna with a 1-yard touchdown run by the Cutler, and it will be, was it Cutler or the quarterback?
It was Payne.
Payne, the quarterback, okay. Point after good, 21-13. Bodding getting ready to kick it off for New Smyrna. And here we go. Again, end of the end zone, and no return. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Well, you can't shoot yourselves in the foot here for Rockledge, and that starts with penalties. That's really put them in a bind to start off their first 2 drives here in the second half. And for Rockledge and Coach Holmes, everything's still out there for the team. It's still only a 1-possession game right here, and with 4:46 to go, they got to have some urgency, and you got to play clean football here. Just as the momentum changed in New Smyrna Beach's favor here in this second half, the tide can turn again. So Rockledge just needs to play some clean football and get a drive here.
Running back straight up the middle. Second effort gets him over the 25 to the 26-yard line. Want to say hello to Noelle Nicholson. She's watching the ball game tonight. So that'll be a pickup of 6, be 2nd down and 4 for the Raiders. Raheem Cutter, the running back, gets the ball again. Good second effort, carrying a bunch of Buccaneers with him all the way to the 43-yard line. Nice run by the running back, and that'll be a 1st down for the Rockledge Raiders. So far this 3rd quarter, the Rockledge Raiders went 3 and out. They fumbled the ball, gave it back to the Barracudas. The Barracudas, 4 plays later, go in for a touchdown. Now the Raiders have it at their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Blaylock, handoff, running back, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds. And that's Cutter running the ball. Raheem Cutter, no gain there. He'll lose 2 yards on the play.
Lose 2 yards, and that was a good read there for the Barracudas on the outside edge. Only having 3 down linemen for the Barracudas, but those linebackers are super fast and
really
getting on
quick.
the outside edge, and they did a good job of sealing off that edge, making sure he couldn't turn the corner.
2nd down and 12 for the Raiders. Here's the snap. Blaylock wants to throw, and he's got a man open, and they got it if he was in bounds, and he is.
Nice catch.
Great throw by the Rockledge Raiders quarterback.
Jamal
Crichton with that'll be a 1st down for the Rockledge Raiders.
I would like to see Rockledge here move with a little bit of tempo here and try to catch maybe New Smyrna Beach out of sorts and not let them get any substitutions in. Want to try to keep those players that are on the defensive line and in the linebacking position out of position.
1st and 10.
Gosh,
and we got I think the wide receiver jumped offside. False start against the Raiders. You get a good play and then you kick yourself in the foot.
Yeah,
and that'll back it up 5. It'll be 1st down and 15.
I don't know how much hair John Holmes has, but he's probably ripping all the areas left. All these pre-snap penalties are they're drive killers, and they put your offense in a tough position here. Now you're 1st down and 15.
I want to say hello to Sean Gordon. Thank him for watching. 1st and 15. Blaylock wants to throw again. He's going to pull it now. He throws it. Got his receiver. 35-yard line. He drops it, and the Buccaneers come up with another fumble.
Boy. Oh, man. It's very, very disappointing for our Rockledge faithful, but, man, New Smyrna Beach's defense coming through big here in this 3rd quarter. 2 turnovers on in the last 5 minutes.
Both
of this
fumbles.
game. Both fumbles. Got to secure the ball.
So the Buccaneers get the ball for the third time in this quarter. Ball at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Well, it's not going to get too fancy here for this offense. It's going to be the Cutler and
Payne
show.
So here we go. Now watch him throw it. Hand off to Cutler. Gets a break, being dragged down from behind. He'll pick up 3 yards on the play to be 2nd down and 7. First one there for the Rockledge Raiders is Zion Lavore, the linebacker. So to be a gain of 2, it'll be 2nd down and 8.
But you know what even hurts more if you're a Rockledge fan is you had such a great drive going right there. And then it's just you had a penalty and then a turnover right there. And you just you felt like you were having some success. You were in a position where you're going to at least try to chip away at that lead. And
Parks, the running back now. He's going to lead the blocking for Payne. Payne over the line of scrimmage. Picks up 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 5. A short 5, a long 4, but it'll be 3rd down for the Buccaneers.
Big 3rd down here for Rockledge. If this defense can get off the field here, get the ball back in their offense's hands.
Thank you, Jerry. I've been saying Buccaneers. It's it's Barracudas. Oh, now the Raiders jump offside. I have been. Why didn't you tell me? Didn't you?
You've been calling them Barracudas and Buccaneers.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
It's all good. But this is another killer right here.
That comes from Jerry Odom. Jerry caught me.
A third,
Thank you, Jerry.
A 3rd and 4 right there. You had an opportunity to try to get off the field, and you jump off sides. It's just you got to be disciplined in those moments and crucial moments of the game like that. Give the Barracudas now a new set of downs, an opportunity for them to drain the clock even more, and you had them all set up here on a 3rd and 4, and then you just an offsides penalty.
1st and 10.
Got to do better.
Hand off to Cutler. Gets to the outside, down to the 50, now down to the 46-yard line. Gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Barracudas.
And you know they are going to try to just drain this clock down. The play clock is going to go down to probably within 5 seconds every time now for Coach Wilkinson. And you don't blame them. I mean, they're having great success. And
absolutely.
Your best defense is a good offense, and they've got a great defense to add on to that. And they got a great rushing attack. So
2nd and 3. High snap, gives it to Payne. Payne hit behind the line and dropped. He'll lose a yard. Excuse me, that's Cutler. He'll lose a yard.
And now here you are. You're in a 3rd mid-range situation. That was the last play of the 3rd quarter. So now Rockledge gets a chance to think on this, how they want to be able to play defense on this down. And this is going to be a really big 3rd down coming up here for Rockledge.
Keith Amson watching from Murphy, North Carolina. Thank you, Keith, for tuning in to the Friday Night Locker Room live on Space Coast Daily TV as the buzzer sounds for the end of the 3rd quarter, and it's the Barracudas 21 and the Rockledge Raiders 13. They'll put 12 minutes on the clock, and we'll start the 4th quarter with the Barracudas with the ball.
Enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson Fairgrounds at I-95 and Palm Bay Road. Enjoy unlimited state fair rides, funnel cakes, games, puppet show, petting zoo, haunted house, and hay rides. Admission only $7. Children under 36 inches, military, and seniors over 65 get free admission. Take the family and enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson in Palm Bay. Visit palmbayfair.com.
21-13 as we start the 4th quarter. Barracudas with the lead and the Barracudas with the ball. Todd Cutler Jr., the running back. Jace Payne, the quarterback, from the shotgun, man in motion coming to the near side.
Need to stop here. Maybe even bring the house if you're Rockledge.
Finally, they're ready to go. Here's the snap. Payne keeps it, trying to get to the outside, and he does. 45-40.
Wow.
35 down to the 33-yard line. Good run by the quarterback, and that will be a first down to start the fourth quarter for the Barracudas.
And a great job there by big number 70 for Zach Beliki, who did a great job on that left side at sealing off that edge and did a great job being able to create a lane and a path here for his quarterback to be able to pick up that first down. Also out there on the edge was number 15, Weston Adams. Both of those guys did a good job on that.
One receiver wide right. Hands off to Cutler, gets the outside, makes the turn, and he gets down to the 21-yard line. And depending on the spot, that's going to be a little shy of the first down, I believe. And it'll be second out. Nope. Yep. They're going to give him a first down. Second first down of this drive. After the fumble by the Raiders. Hurry up offense. I don't know why, but seems like they're a little bit in a rush here. Now they'll slow it down. Looking to the sidelines for the play. Wide right for New Smyrna will be Tyler Dever, the wide receiver. Payne again keeps the ball, hit at the line of scrimmage and drop, maybe a half-yard gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll give them a half a yard. Second down and a long 9 for New Smyrna.
Good tackle there by Von Dexter Tyler. Did a great job being able to wrap up and, prevent the leaky yardage there by Todd Cutler Jr., who has done a great job of after first contact, getting those extra 2 to 3 yards right after first contact, and Tyler did a great job wrapping him up and not giving him a chance to be able to get a few more yards added on after that. A good tackle.
Payne having a little bit of trouble with his ankle, too. He's hobbling around a little bit out there. Looks like he's having a little bit of trouble putting a weight on it. They're going to use every second that they can. And now they're going to call a timeout and find out what's wrong with the quarterback. So the Barracudas will call a timeout with 9:51 to go. You're watching the Friday Night Locker Room live on Space Coast Daily TV.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach, with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily, the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day, and all at no charge thanks to our successful advertising clients. And also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
After the timeout, the Barracudas come out. They line it up. It'll be second down and 9. Payne the quarterback, Cutler Jr. the running back. From the shotgun position. Handoff Cutler. Following his blockers, he's inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. And it's going to be third down now and about 5. Well, we'll call it 6 for the Barracudas.
Well, don't know what the field goal situation for the Barracudas is, but depending on what happens on this next play, a field goal would stretch it to a 2-possession game, and that's quite enticing if you could be able to kick at the current stands right now, it would be about a 34-yard field goal.
Payne still nursing an ankle. Hands off to Cutler again. Cutler stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe losing a yard on the play. It's going to be fourth down, and now we'll find out exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's offenses. They're going to send the field goal kicking unit out and a chance to be able to stretch this to a 2-possession game. And The field goal kicker is Declan Bodding. Declan Bodding, the field goal kicker here with what is going to be a 36-yard field goal.
So we'll see if they can answer Arbor from Rockledge. He hit one from 36 in the last quarter. Here's the snap. It has a distance, and it's good.
Wow.
36-yard field goal by Declan Bodding, and that'll make the score 24-13. And a 36-yarder goes through the uprise.
Look at the kickers in this game, 3 for 3 in this game, and they are doing a great job there on special teams in the story of this game.
Still plenty of time in the ball game. 8:17 to go. The Raiders will get the ball on the kickoff, but now it's 2 possession. So Declan Bodding will come out and kick off 4. He's put the last 3 times he's kicked the ball, he's put it into the end zone. Don't expect anything less.
Well, 8:17 to go. That's a lot of time here left in this game still, but for Rockledge, I think it's almost mandatory. You need to get points on this next drive with how much success that New Smyrna Beach has had offensively and their ability to be able to, just drain that clock each time they have the ball. It's going to be very important for Rockledge to be able to get some points.
Here's the kick, and it's going to be an onside kick.
Oh my!
And the Barracudas, they get it. They fall on it.
What a gutsy play call there for Coach Wilkinson. My goodness, little squib kick or onside kick, I guess you could call it. I call it about a squib.
It worked.
A short little squib kick and get the offense back on the field and an opportunity to really salt this game away.
So it'll be first down for the Barracudas. They're already in Raider territory at the 45-yard line.
I mean, that's just entrusting your defense to make a play call like that. I mean, because if you give Rockledge the ball near midfield, I mean, you're gift wrapping some points there for the Raiders offense. But, man, what a gutsy call there for Coach Wilkinson, and it pays off for them. Now they get the ball and a chance to be able to really milk this clock away.
So here we go. With Payne nursing an ankle, I don't expect him to run, but he'll give the ball to Cutler. Cutler on his way, 40, and we got a flag laying at the 40. Cutler loses his helmet, but he'll pick up 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5, depending on what the penalty is. And it's going to be against the Raiders, and they're going to walk it off. I didn't see what they called, but they're walking a long way. 15-yard.
Might be a face mask, I think.
And that'll be a first down.
Wow. That's the storyline of this game here, Orwell.
Yep. Penalties, yeah.
Penalties and turnovers, and it'll cost you. Yeah, it's going to cost Rockledge probably here tonight unless a miracle happens here tonight. A quick turnaround. They need a turnover.
Need an interception run back. If you're a Raider fan, you'd love to see it. Want to say hello to Noel Lewis. Cutler with the ball, hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped.
Man, they need to blow the whistle.
And he'll lose 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12. And now we're going to have a timeout called by the Raiders.
Well, 7:32 to go. Still a lot of time but for Coach Holmes, he wants to keep it that way. And, if even if New Smyrna Beach doesn't get any points up on the board, they can shave off about 3 to 4 minutes. That'd be good, just as good as points for the Barracudas here. Second down and 4, though. You got to get a stop here for Rockledge ASAP. You don't want to give up a first down after you call timeouts, and then you're going to be in a position where you're not going to have too many timeouts to play with, and then it's a time game at that point.
Ball setting at just south of the 25-yard line. we'll call it the 26-yard line. Barracudas come out. Again,
If I'm Rockledge, I'm trying to force them into passing the ball. I bring the blitz, I bring the house, and just tempt them to throw the ball.
Payne can't run very well, and now he runs the ball. And he gets to the outside, and he dives forward, and he gets inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Ooh. And we got all kinds of things going on.
And some extracurricular activity after the whistle. And
that's not going to be good.
No. And you got to be more disciplined than that for Rockledge.
Looked like it was New Smyrna that started it, but that doesn't mean anything. Watching it here.
Yeah, it's going to be fouls on both teams.
Both teams, yeah.
So the penalties will offset. However, they do it again, they'll probably be ejected. So that's just a warning, basically, to both teams right there. Both guys got their hands stuck in the cookie jar, but 7:19 to go. The result of the play is going to stand because it was after the whistle, I thought.
Yeah.
So it should be
so they'll pick up. Yeah, they'll pick up a few yards there. It looks like they picked up about 6. They were on the other side of the first down line of scrimmage marker. It's going to be 3rd down. We'll call it 7. Again, Cutler, the running back, Payne, the quarterback. Wide right is Bailey, the wide receiver, one man on the top. Here's the snap. Gives it to Cutler down to the 15. And now it's going to be 4th down and 3.
4th down and 3. Probably just going to go for this right now. You kick a field goal. It's still going to be a 2-possession game, but you have a chance to be able to salt the game away with a 1st down quite a bit and maybe even get a touchdown. And even if you don't get it, you're still pinning Rockledge really deep in their own end. So
4th down and we'll call it 3. Ball setting at the Raider 15-yard line. Barracudas still deciding what they're going to do. Last 3 times the Raiders have had the ball, they punted it, and then they lost the ball twice on fumbles. And the Barracudas able to score 1 touchdown off the fumble and then a field goal off the fumble. And with 6:24 to go here in the ball game, the Barracudas up 24-13 over the Rockledge Raiders.
I mean, that's really the difference in this game here tonight is those turnovers plus the penalties that have come back to bite Rockledge. And it bit Rockledge a lot in that Mandarin game that we called a couple weeks ago. And in that game, the score was a little bit lopsided in favor of Mandarin being victorious that night. But, for Rockledge, that's one of the things they're really going to have to work on if they have any aspirations of trying to make a postseason run. You got to clean up the penalties because as you play better teams, that's going to come back to bite you in the postseason.
Second quarter was the best quarter for the Raiders. They got a touchdown and 2 Arbor field goals, and from that point they have not scored again. So now it's 4th down and 3, and the Barracudas are going to go for it. They're hoping, I'm sure, that the Raiders will jump off sides. We'll see if we'll get a heavy count. We don't. Payne throws it wide open.
Oh, my goodness. Orville, you could have caught that one. That was a touchdown. Easy pitch and catch there. I mean, probably the easiest touchdown you would ever see. I mean, that was just completely faked out Rockledge.
Right. So that'll be a touchdown. That comes at the 6:15 mark.
And a flag here, and this is going to be some other extracurricular. Something was said down on the line play after that touchdown.
That was it's going to be against Rockledge.
Wow.
I don't know if somebody, that was a big guy that caught the ball. He must have come in and announced that he was eligible. Because that was a heavy guy that caught that ball.
Completely faked out Rockledge. They obviously had no idea that was going to happen. There was Nobody within 5 yards of him.
So Declan Body, he'll try to add another point to the scoreboard. Right now it's 30-13 in favor of the Rockledge Raiders. Here's the snap. Plenty of distance over the scoreboard, and it is good. So now the score 31-13 with 6:15 to go.
That has been a tale of two halves. It definitely was. You going at halftime, you felt really good if you're a Rockledge fan, and how the game was going and how your defense was playing, and offense wasn't making too many mistakes, with the exception of a few penalties here or there, but a couple turnovers and continuance of penalties has really been the difference here in this second half. And credit New Smyrna Beach, just taking advantage of the miscues there by Rockledge and converting those miscues into points. And 31-13, and it's getting a little bit out of hand. And Rockledge looking like they're going to be dropping to 3-6 on the year, and for New Smyrna Beach, they're going to improve to 7-2 if this score holds up, unless a miracle happens. 7-2. That's a Coach Wilkinson has got a great team this year.
Doing a nice job up there in New Smyrna. So Declan Botting will get ready to kick off for the Barracudas. The last 4 times he's put it in the end zone. We'll see how he does this time. He'll kick it from the 40. Last time with the lead, they tried an onside kick, and it was successful. They got the ball at the Raider 45-yard line and slowly but surely took the ball down into the end zone for a touchdown. So we'll see what they do this time. Declan Body ready to go for the Barracudas. And he's going to shorten it up a little bit this time, taking at the 15-yard line. Oh, he stepped out of bounds, or he caught it out of bounds, one of the two. So the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Down to the Barracudas, 31-13 with 6 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the ball game.
Well, try to find a bright spot here for Rockledge, and next week it's not going to get any easier with the Barbecue Bowl and the Cocoa Tigers coming in with they got an axe to grind with how their season has really not gone exactly how they would want thus far, but they're going to be a hungry team, and they're going to want to, it's not going to get any easier. So as
Blaylock, first play from scrimmage, throws it, caught by the receiver, ball at the 20-yard line, gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. No gain on the play. If any, maybe a football length. Blaylock back. Cutter in the backfield. Blaylock wants to throw, and he does, and he hits his receiver in the hands, and that's Raheem Cutter, and he drops it. So now it's 3rd down and 10 for the Rockledge Raiders. Nothing going well in the second half for the Rockledge Raiders. Nothing going well.
Score update, too, for the Cocoa Tigers visiting the Astronaut War Eagles tonight. Cocoa leading Astronaut in the 4th quarter, 35-3.
Ooh.
No surprise there, really.
Nope. So Blaylock from the shotgun, 3rd and 10. Once the throws quickly, has his man across the middle, 30 up to the 35-yard line. 1st down for the Rockledge Raiders. And that's Matthew Ford with the catch. And they'll move the chains. That'll be the first down of the Raiders here in the 4th quarter with 5:13 to go. Blaylock again from the shotgun. Throws behind the line of scrimmage, has his receiver, gets it down to the outside, runs out of bounds about the 45-yard line, 46-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Rockledge Raiders, 2 first downs in a row. And they're walking it back. We must have a holding call on Raiders. Now they're going to walk it back.
As a side note as well, that the Cocoa Apopka game has been rescheduled to November 3rd. So that game is going to be at Cocoa, and that'll be a big game between the Cocoa Tigers and Apopka. Obviously, Cocoa, with tonight's win, will enter next week's game 4-4 on the season, and Rockledge will be 3-6.
Blaylock with the reception to his wide receiver, takes it out to the 33-yard line. It was first down and 20 after the penalty. Now it is second down and 12. Hurry up offense for the Raiders. 4:38 to go here in the ball game. Down 31-13. Blaylock wants to throw again. Trying to get it to Cutter, and he doesn't make the catch and falls incomplete.
That's just kind of weird, though. Next week's game and both teams' records kind of stand out. You know, you think Cocoa and all the great success of 3-time state champions, they're 4-4 heading into next week's game, and then you got Rockledge, a storied historical program, 3-6. Just both teams not having the greatest years.
Blaylock wanting to throw, going deep. Caught. Oh, how did he hold on to the ball? We got a flag for helmet to helmet. Great catch by Matthew Ford, and he took a helmet shot to the head. And they're going to tag on a 15-yard penalty, I'm sure, for that one.
Well, game's not over yet. The way Rockledge is moving this ball right now, and with this penalty, that's going to add another 15 on, so they'll be in the Mike Erdman Automotive red zone after this penalty and get a touchdown here. You knock it down to a 2-possession game, and 4 minutes to go. Crazier things have happened in high school football here in Florida.
So they'll drop it at the 23-yard line, 24-yard line, and it'll be first down, the third first down for the Raiders in this drive, the most success they've had in the second half. 3 first downs in a row. Blaylock from the shotgun. One running back in the backfield, trips on the top. Here's the snap. Looking to the near side, throwing to the end zone, got a man open, and he's there. Touchdown, Rockledge Raiders.
Well, now you probably go for 2. Go for 2, make it a 10-point game.
Watkins with the 25-yard reception.
Oh, I guess they're just going to kick the extra point here.
This comes at 4:12 to go in the ball game. Score now 31-19. Michael Arbor set to add the extra point. If they don't fake it, and they do, Arbor gets it. He's going to run it in. 2-point conversion.
Got it. Nice. Well, Orville, you called it today with a couple of fakes that you thought, and right there they can do the fake, and great timing for it. Make it a 10-point game. Still 4:12 left in this game.
Plenty of time for the Rockledge Raiders. Now you'll see an onside kick, I'm sure. And if they don't get it, they're going to give the Barracudas great field position again. So we'll see what John Holmes and his staff comes up with. But you had to see that coming.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But great job by Arbor. Not only did he fake the kick, they gave him the ball and he ran it in.
Got great speed out there for a kicker. You don't see that too often.
So Arbor's got 12 points on his own tonight. So the Raiders score here with 4:12 to go in the fourth quarter. The score now 31-21, a 10-point lead by the Barracudas. Michael Arbor ready to kick off to New Smyrna. One man back for the Barracudas. Standing at the 20. Onside kick caught immediately
I think we got a
by Tyler Dever. And we got a flag on the play. It's probably going to be offsides. They're going to walk it back.
Well, maybe not the worst thing for Rockledge, as that ball was going to be easily recovered there by New Smyrna Beach. So
Now you got to kick it away.
yeah. I've always liked the one where they lay the ball flat on the tee and they do that little spin. That spin, I've seen so many, even professional football players have trouble with an onside kick like that because the ball's like a top. It just keeps spinning around, and I've seen it's been successful a few times. I've seen more so than the traditional onside kick. But I guess you need to practice that if you're going to try it out. So they're going to line up probably for another traditional onside kick.
So Watkins gets a touchdown, point after good. The Raiders now ready to kick it off with 4:12 to go here in the ball game. And going to pooch it. Caught by the Barracudas. Good kickoff coverage. They're going to give him the ball at the 40-yard line.
Rockledge just saying they have it, but they're saying he's down. But not a bad play call though. You know, it's a deep enough kick where it's not the easiest ball to try to handle. Plus, it sets your offense up if you're able to recover it in great field position with a kick like that. So they'll get probably another chance to do kick like that if they can get a stop here and get the ball back to their offense and have them score. 4 minutes, a lot of time still.
They need a quick turnover. 4:05 to go here in the ball game. The Raiders now down 31-21. They need 2 scores. Payne keeps it. Rockledge Raiders stuff him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Well, they give him a half a yard, so it'll be second down and long. A long 9.
I think Rockledge has one more timeout left. I think they have one more left. If they have one more left, get a stop here. Then you get another stop, which that one will run the clock. You're looking at getting the ball back around the 3-minute mark. If you can get 2 stops here, but can't afford to give up any first downs. That's an absolute must. And then you just got to resort to trying to get some points, and then you do an onside kick again, and then that's. You just got to do that.
Well,
that's all you got to do.
Your brain is smoking over there, man. You're thinking so much. Want to say hello to Steve Wilson, my broadcasting partner. He's a little under the weather on another assignment, I guess. 3:57 to go in the ball game. Barracudas with the ball, second down and long. Paying the quarterback, hand off to Cutler. Cutler trying to get to the outside, and he does, and more. 50-yard line down to the Raider 48-yard line. We have a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think this is going to be probably a face mask, though. Oh, no.
It's going to be holding against the Barracudas.
Wow.
So they'll bring that one back.
Whew. That's a big penalty there.
Yep.
That was going to be a first down, new set of downs with only Rockledge having one timeout left. They're going to replay the down and move him back 10 from that's a spot foul from where the holding happened at. So it'll be second down and 9. Big play there.
So again, Cutler in the backfield, paying the quarterback. One receiver wide on the top, one receiver wide on the bottom.
Got to bring the house here if you're Rockledge.
Yep.
Bring 9 guys into the box.
Hand off to Cutler, gets to the outside, all the way back to where he originally was at the 50-yard line, and they're spotting it at the 49-yard line of the Raiders. That will be enough for a first down.
After first contact. And Rockledge had a chance to bring him down for about 1 or 2 yard gain right there, and he just muscled through the arm tackle on the outside edge and just got enough for a first down. New set of downs, but more importantly for New Smyrna Beach, that clock continues to run. and Rockledge is only going to be able to. I don't even think they can even stop it.
Want to say hello to Sam Mazzarell watching tonight, Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily TV. Grandpa twice, Vinny, his son, with the twins. That's exciting. It'd be a lot for Grandpa and Grandma to do here in a few weeks. Handoff Cutler. Cutler gets to the outside, 50-45, and he's going to slide down at the 35-yard line. That'd be enough for another first down.
Very, very, very smart play there by Cutler, knowing the situation in the game to be able to go down, move the chains, and not go out of bounds or try to risk a turnover.
Rockledge will take their last time out, I believe.
Their last time out, and that's with 2:18 to go. Can basically just kneel on it now.
Want to say hello to Blake Batts and hope he's enjoyed watching the ball game tonight. New Smyrna fan. So the Barracudas will go 7-2 and be the district champions. The Rockledge Raiders will go to 3-6. And they'll be right back here on a short week next week at home against the Cocoa Tigers for the Barbecue Bowl, which should bring a big crowd.
I'm rarely impressed with this Todd Cutler Jr., though. He has been very impressive. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
And, he's making plays out there like what a senior would normally be making. Not just physically, but mentally, too. Knowing the situation in the game. For a sophomore to be able to know situations in the game, to be able to go down and continue to let that clock run. It's so enticing to be able to try to go bust it for a touchdown.
And he did two things there. Payne's going to keep it this time right up the middle. They'll drop him at the 30. He did two things that time, which shows how smart his football mentality is. He slid on the ground to down the ball to keep from going out of bounds, which would have stopped the clock.
Yeah.
And that forced the Raiders to have to take their last time out.
Yep.
So two smart things there, football mentality-wise, for
and getting enough for a first down.
So now you're looking at second down and 7 for the Barracudas. The ball at the Raider 32-yard line with 1:44. They're going to let it tick all the way down as far as they can, maybe even
yeah, they could just basically kneel on it at this point.
Yeah.
So there might be about 10 seconds left if they can. Difference between the remaining play clock and, well, actually, it's going to be about.
Now the Barracudas will take a
seconds.
timeout with 1:23 to go here in the ball game. The Raiders will come to the near side, and the Barracudas will go to the far side.
Yep. 2 plays. Play clock at 40 seconds after the whistle. So that's 1:20.
Steve Wilson is watching. He must have woke up. Tyree McGee, congratulations to my daughter, Taya McGee, on her senior night as a Rockledge cheerleader. Congratulations to all of the seniors, not only his daughter, but to all the seniors, the band, the ROTC, the football team, the cheerleaders, everybody. I remember back in the dinosaur days when it was my senior time. It's a little tough. So here we go, 1:23 to go. The Raiders down by 10. The Barracudas are going to take the snap and just wait a little bit. There they go, and they down it. The clock will run. And that will all but do it for this game tonight here. Big district championship. The Barracudas will win the district. The Rockledge Raiders will not. They'll come in second place in the district.
Yeah, it's the first year underneath head coach John Holmes at Rockledge too. It took a year for him to build that Titusville program up to what it was, and he did a great job doing so. And it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think just how New Smyrna Beach won this game tonight, that's exactly how Coach Holmes envisions this Rockledge program being able to get to that level. And fell a little bit short here tonight. And the difference was turnovers and penalties, and got to get that cleaned up.
Want to say hello to Tina Thompson-Woods. She says hello to Steve and to me and to Zach and everybody. Josh Woods' mama. And Mara Barr Wilkinson, great game, kudos. I wonder where that Wilkinson name comes from. So John Wilkinson comes back to Brevard County, and he gets a win over the Rockledge Raiders to win the district championship, 31-21. I talked to Coach Wilkinson before the game out on the field. He said it was real nice to be back in Brevard County. That this field right here, the Cocoa Tigers played a lot on this field before they built the stadium over there in Cocoa. But a lot of good memories for the Wilkinson family, I'm sure. And Coach John's daughter graduates this year. He's been in New Smyrna now for 8 years. We'll see what happens after she graduates. He'll put in his time, 4 years for his son and 4 years for his daughter.
Well, great win here for the Barracudas, and a great job in the second half, making adjustments and making big plays and winning plays that basically were the difference in this game. After being down 13-7, they came back and with a vengeance in that second half and made a statement there. And for Rockledge, there are lots of things that you can take away from this game that are positive, but there are also areas that you can be able to improve upon. Especially as you get ready next week against the Cocoa Tigers, which is going to be a big game in the Barbecue Bowl next Thursday night on Space Coast Daily TV.
So Sandra Schooley was watching. Want to thank her for that. Want to say again hello to Coach Wilkinson's wife, Mara. And great job by the Kudas tonight. They get the win. They get the district championship. And the Rockledge Raiders, they'll be back here on a short week Thursday night next week, and they'll take on the Cocoa Tigers in the annual Barbecue Bowl.
Great job, Orville, and look forward to the game next week on Space Coast Daily TV. You can tune in to live coverage. We'll begin at about 6:45. We'll go live before the action, preview the action, and what was technically going to be the final week of the regular season for high school football, minus a couple of the makeups that we're going to have the following week. But what a beautiful night for football, and congratulations to Coach Wilkinson and the New Smyrna Beach Barracudas.
One last word from Miss Wilkinson. She says thank you. She says we miss Brevard. Good job, Rockledge. Cocoa will always be in our hearts, and you have to understand that. And the Wilkinson family will always be in the Friday night locker room. I got one story I want to tell you real quick. I'm sure Mrs. Wilkinson knows this, but I believe it was Sarasota. That's been 10 years ago, if not more. We were on radio. The Cocoa Tigers won the football game on their way to the playoffs. We were on radio. We did not have anybody down on the field. John Wilkinson's daughter was just a little teeny thing, and he picked her up, carried her up the stairs, up into the press box to talk to us after the game. And we've always appreciated him for that, and I actually mentioned that to him, and he said he remembered doing that. But to me, that's a class act any way you go. He knew that the Friday night locker room, that was when we were on radio, and we followed the Cocoa Tigers. We did all of Coach Wilkinson's games, and it was just a great time in Brevard County for Brevard County football. Congratulations to the Barracudas. They win a district championship.
He's a Space Coast Sports Hall of Famer, so we know him.
Absolutely. We know him for that. Yeah,
know him very well, and all the success that he had here in Brevard County all those years. And never know, maybe we'll see him again here coaching again in Brevard County someday. Who knows?
Never know. So we wind this game up here at McClarty Stadium. Coach Chuck Woodfield. The Barracudas win the district and the game. They beat the Raiders 31-21. And like I said, remember next Thursday will be the Barbecue Bowl as they move the game from Friday to Thursday to allow for Halloween. So for everybody here, want to thank everybody for watching the Friday Night Locker Room tonight. Want to thank a couple of our sponsors, Eastern Florida State Health First, All Points, Goodson Paving, Renegade Underground Utilities, Auto Expo 95, and as always, Erdman Automotive. We'll see you next time.
Enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson Fairgrounds at I-95 and Palm Bay Road. Enjoy unlimited state fair rides, funnel cakes, games, puppet show, petting zoo, haunted house, and hay rides. Admission only $7. Children under 36 inches, military, and seniors over 65 get free admission. Take the family and enjoy unlimited rides at the Palm Bay Fair October 17th through the 26th at Space Coast Harley-Davidson in Palm Bay. Visit Palm